Hello, everybody. Aaron here, and welcome to the first of five 34th birthday call-ins reports. This is going to basically just talk about my week off starting from Good Friday and basically ending on the following Friday. We're going to deal with the actual days of my birthday in future videos. With Good Friday and it all being the Easter weekend or whatnot, I did my usual visit up to Alliston that I do basically every statutory holiday weekend to visit my mother. Only this time, with me having the entire week off, I wasn't as pressured to get home as fast as possible on the last day of said weekend, so I ended up leaving on Easter Monday. Anyways, Mom and I didn't really do all that much that weekend, by my own design. Not only by my own design. Alliston, for those of you who don't know Canadian geography, Alliston's a town of about 6,000 or 7,000 people. There really isn't all that much to do up there. We did watch the Doctor Who season premiere. I like Bill. Bill is a very refreshing change of pace of companion in the modern era. I don't really have anybody in the modern era to compare her to because she has such a different personality than Rose or Donna or Martha or Clara or Amy or Rory or I guess Mike or, Rose's boyfriend, Mickey. There we go. So I was very impressed. Kind of sad that this is Capaldi's last year, but it's the third season. He's abiding by the three season rule. For anybody who knows me, my birthday dinner with my mother, I always try to pick somewhere different every single year. So we go to a place in Alliston called Mike's Diner. It's the first time I've had red meat in several years. As those of you who know me best know that I've had issues with it in the past. Not only did I not have any issues with it, the pepper steak was very good. A tad salty, but HP steak sauce just cut right through that. My mom had the ribs, and I had to help her finish because my stomach is bigger than hers, and it was literally fall off the bone good. So, Mike's Diner, I approve. Great place. The only critique I really have of you guys is you have too many different lists of different specials in too many different parts of your restaurant. I would suggest you streamline it and put it all in one place. Easier for people to read. So this time, as I said, I left Easter Monday. This time around, I decided to go home via Orangeville, and I decided to stop at a place called Philadelphia Kitchen. Wonderful place in Orangeville. For those of you who watch You Gotta Eat Here, it's been on that show. The head chef, so to speak, actually lived in Philly for years. Seemed impressed with the fact that I grew up I spent some time in Downingtown before I came up to Canada. I had the buffalo cheese steak because I like spicy stuff, and yeah, I was back home in Philly for about an hour. Amazing place. A couple of my friends have tried it, Isaac, Jen, and Elsa, and they all dug it. So the only problem with coming home via Orangeville is Orangeville's go bus back to Brampton is pretty inconsistent, so I was basically stuck in Orangeville for about 3 hours with nothing better to do. I should have timed it a little bit better. I'll know better for next time. And it wasn't a complete loss because thankfully the go bus stop was literally right across the street from Philadelphia Kitchen, as was my bank. So I just did all my banking on Easter Monday because it's a civic holiday up here, not a statutory holiday. So banks were open. I guess a few might have been closed, but that particular one was open. The Orangeville Go Bus drops me off within about 3 blocks of my house. Took a scenic route through a park to get home. I was home about, I was home about 4:30 Monday afternoon. Didn't do all that much Tuesday. Wednesday, I went to a burger joint that's in downtown Brampton called The Works. Katie, one of the best waitresses I've ever had in my life, hooked me up with a free birthday sundae. I got one aptly named the Cookie Monster, and yeah, there's chocolate chip cookies just thrown into the sundae. It's very delicious. And dinner, I went to Salad King because it's Aaronverse headquarters. I'm not going to have my birthday go by without something to do with Salad King at some point. The manager, Kelly, took me on a date, even though she's had a boyfriend for the last 5.5 to 6 years. Amazing restaurant as always. The service was beyond impeccable just simply because Kelly was the manager on duty that day, so she would be checking on my food periodically. You know, I promised the Salad King staff that I'm going to have, unless basically I'm in a hospital infirmed, the Salad King will be involved in my birthday on some level every single year. I mean, these guys are like family to me, and there's so many of you who I've exposed and have exposed yourselves to Salad King over the years now. Yeah, I'll eat there forever. In fact, yeah, like, there's one thing on the menu that's now my death row meal and has been for several years, where if I had one meal left before I was to be executed, that's the meal I would have. On my way back, I actually ran into someone from the staff of the escape room we used this year and last year, Perplexity. So that was kind of a nice stroke of fate to run into him on the GO train on my way back. Thursday, alright, I guess I'll address it. I had a goal this year. I've never had 100 people on one social media platform wish me a happy birthday in the same year. And it was getting towards the end of my birthday. Actually, no, it was actually the day after. And I was only at 78, and I figured there were going to be a few people who were going to say, like, happy belated on the day after, but I would only get to, like, 85. In my paranoia and irrationality, decided to call everyone out who forgot my birthday. A lot of people rectified the mistakes, a lot of people were alienated, and some were even both. And you know what, I'll admit, I got to 100, but I'll admit that I went too far in my pursuit of that. And to anyone I offended who's still on my Facebook, I'm truly sorry, and you have my word, I'll never do anything remotely like that again. And, you know, that's all I'm going to address on that issue, because it's a pretty upsetting issue. So, yeah, that's the end of part 1, because part 2 is Saturday, part 3 is Sunday, and then there's 2 bonus parts later. So, until next time, I'm Aaron, and unlike Storage Wars, my show's scripted. Thanks a lot.